The Houston Texans needed receiver help, and they go out and get Christian Kirk from the Jacksonville Jaguars for a 2026 seventh round selection, with obviously Tank Dell set to miss 2025, and really a question whether Stefon Diggs will be back. Now, Christian Kirk has had production in his time in the league. His last season in Arizona, he cracked the 1,000-yard mark. His first season after signing that big deal in Jacksonville had 99 catches for 1,238 yards, 10 touchdowns. 2023, his best year in terms of yards per route run, had 3.27 yards per route run versus man coverage, which was 10th among those with at least 25 targets that season. Now, he has had injuries, right? A core muscle issue in 2023. He missed 5 games, missed 9 games with a collarbone injury in 2024. But you still see signs of productivity and why he can be an asset for this Texans passing game. So let's take a look at the film on Christian Kirk. So when you dive into the film on Christian Kirk, it's easy to see why Houston was willing to just give up a 7th-round pick and why I think there could be some pretty big returns from that 7th in terms of how Christian Kirk can play for this team. You're getting a really good secondary piece for this passing game, right? In terms of a slot receiver, maybe a little bit of time at Z, right? And his ability, again, he's not fast. He's quicker than fast, but he still has the ability to make some big plays, right? Stretching the seam there against Buffalo. Here, just doing a nice job widening the release, kind of giving the corner a lot to think about, right? Could this be a comeback route? Could this be an out-breaking route, right? But he does a really nice job setting that up to then be able to win down the field and create some big plays for you, which I think he will do opposite Nico Collins, right? And here's something you're going to really see that Tank Dell obviously does a tremendous job of, and that Kirk can do, right? Against this off coverage, pressure vertically, and just easy transition into that outbreaking route against zone coverage. Comeback routes, really nice where the pad level's low, right? It looks like a vertical route, maybe a fade, and then in and out of the break in a few steps, tiptoe the sideline, really nice catch on that comeback route. And again, up here in the comeback route where maybe not as crisp, but he works back to the football to make a tough catch. And now here is a really good one where, tight to the formation, sure, but watch the release, jab to the outside, gets the corner to bite, and then clear some space for yourself and work to stack. Peek with your head up the field or maybe a little bit to the outside, get that corner to freeze a little, and it opens up a massive throwing lane on the dig there. And what he does a really nice job of as well from the slot is when it's a little bit softer coverage, attack leverage right here. You can already see he's attacking to the inside, forcing the defender to try to cut him off. Really quick re-stem and win to the outside on the outbreaker. Very easy wins for him. Almost looks like an option route here, but he just is staying patient with that leverage to win that outbreaker there against Houston and against Green Bay. Against plenty of cushion here. That peak inside, using that tempo to set up this outbreaking route is so, so good that, if you give him looks like this, he will take advantage. He will win against, off coverage, whether it's man or not, and create some big plays for you, especially over the middle of the field. Here, a good job again. Attack, a little leverage, right? Some fancy footwork at the top of the route, and an easy separation. Here, a nice hesitation move, right? Use your pacing to set up some routes as well and win the fade route down the field, right? And here against Kansas City, another one where it's off coverage, right? We're looking at a safety here that has to handle him, and because he peeks to the outside, safety commits, and now we win the post route and a big play down the field. Again, using what he has, using that skill set to win as somewhat of a vertical threat. And here you get a few reps of like how dynamic in the short area he can be as a slot receiver as well, where that little pressure step, forces this Bears defensive back to be honest, to keep him honest on a vertical route. And he's able to win on these crossers because of how good he can be with those little pressure steps. And here, a nice one, but this one's just really doing a nice job clearing through contact right at the top of the stem and creating a big play. And again, here, just a little bit of a pressure step there to freeze the corner, and you're able to win on a lot of those crossers. A nice extension there as well. And speaking of, playing maybe a little bit outside the frame at the catch point, this is a really nice play with good extension there against the Patriots and against the Saints, right? You do a really nice job, after the catch, showing some acceleration, right, on a little more curvilinear track, and your ability to score, even on a short pass is really a kind of a bonus. Now, there are some drops, right, I think that you have to clean up when you're Kirk, and sometimes that tighter coverage, right, he doesn't have the biggest frame, is going to be an issue. But I do think, like, even with these types of drops where he lets the ball into his frame or he clap attacks it, you still, see plenty of why Christian Kirk, can be a almost a steal for a 7th-round pick for this Houston team that is desperately looking for help at pass catchers. And I think he plays off Nico Collins really well. Does that mean Houston's done in the receiver market? No, but it gives them at least kind of a talented ancillary piece to this passing game where you see the separation, you see the ability to win on a variety of routes that can help elevate C.J. Stroud as he enters year 3 while the Texans do what else they need to do to build around him. So I hope you enjoyed this one on Christian Kirk. Throw a like down there. Subscribe if you're new. Plenty more film room content, draft content, all coming very, very soon. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Farewell.